When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time today. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big too.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone, mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Tennessee's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollack, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback effectively. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Makes the grab, it's Matthews. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lewis. Turning it off. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Matthews. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Volunteers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. Now the toss. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quick strike complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. He'll try to slam it in. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do, to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era. Just guys that toted the rock with some physicality. Just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Jackson will throw. Forced out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down conversion.
It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Good, right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Off the boot, looking for his man. He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude, his playmaker out wide. I think the defense knew it too. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
Well, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Dropping back, it's Fafita. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. The Vols headed quickly to the line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Touchdown ball! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of drives bogged down, had to settle for field goals, and now they'll try to get it into the end zone this time. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And the returner will be dragged down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for a huge play. Touchdown, Tennessee! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Jackson gonna throw it. The short hands, it's Brown. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. A sky-high punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Rides to back on the option to give. Gets it past the marker. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Sends it downfield. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. All the the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about, right here, seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Staley. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To the air, it's Fafita. Punch it out of the air. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Coleman. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab deep. There he goes. Touchdown Volunteers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And this offense is clear. We're not done. We got the lead, but we're going to come out in the 2nd half, and we're going to be explosive, create some big plays, and they do. On the 1st drive, setting the tone, saying we are going absolutely nowhere.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. From the 49, they're going to spin that wheel of fortune and try it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Makes the grab on the left. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the ref. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. To throw, it's Fafita. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The give to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. The give to the tailback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Vols are flying down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Bishop. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Fafita. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Touchdown, Vols! pursue. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was out.
Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Under fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. This offense has it with really good field position. The handoff keeps working on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Bishop. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Air Force rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Falcon Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program.
Back to throw, it's Hayes. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. This is what you're looking for when you have...